She should.
Okay, welcome Dr. Gayathri. Mrs. Aminder, you can carry on.
Okay. Hi friends, welcome to We Network. What, why, how? Informatics Times. We will be bringing lot of experts in their respective fields. Sometimes we had two wonderful days with Dr. Gayatri. She shared some valuable tips on how to inculcate a love for reading in children. Today again, we have Dr. Gayatri with us. She will share some insights. Today's topic is story time, a learning opportunity for kids. Welcome, Dr. Gayatri. Over to Dr. Gayatri.
Yeah. Good evening. Good evening, one and all. Thank you, Aminda ma'am, for giving me a warm welcome. I'm Dr. Gayathri. I'm the founder of Flourishing Kids. I support kids with learning challenges. Thank you, We Network, Women Shakti, for giving me this opportunity to talk over on your platform. So let's start today's topic. Today, we are going to discuss about story time. Story time is a big learning opportunity for kids. Yes, we'll just see like how effectively we can make the story time much more useful and interesting for the kids. So let's start it. So why stories are important? It is for helping your child to know sounds, words, language. As I was discussing already, the early literacy skills. The kid knows about these all skills through the story time. Next is that kid develops social skills, communication skills, and empathy is also being taught through stories. Kid understands, kid thinks what happens to that character and why that kid or small kid in the story is doing this way or that way. So empathy is being developed. That is very, very important for kids to have the emotional awareness and development also. So today, let's see a different way of story time. We know that stories usually are being narrated like from one adult to the kid. It's the usual way. Now, if you use a book, how you will tell a story to the kid. This is like little more interesting. Story time need not be restricted only to bedtime. We can have all around the day also, because for small kids they might be interested in some other times when they are little relaxed. I uh, i was already saying those timings and all. So whenever time is there, just for 10 to 15 minutes, if you can sit with your kid, just use the time for stories. Okay, so for small children, how can we make them sit and listen to our stories? You can make the small kids sit on your laps. They can sit on our laps and then we can read a story to them. So just hold a book like this. Your kid will be sitting on your lap and you will be holding the book. So kid will be sitting on your lap. For little toddlers, they are the energetic lot. They always keep on moving around. So it's better that you also go around with them or just sit in one place and you show the book or something, then they will come near us. They will be interested. So toddlers, it is little tough because they can't sit for more time. It's okay if you can just tell your story for 5 minutes. That is okay for small toddler age group. Then little preschoolers, they're little big kids compared to the toddlers. So make the kid sit right next to you. Then you hold your book. Both kid and parent or a caretaker or a grandparent should see the book. Both of them should see. You can make your kid sit this way, and then the kid can move the pages. Kid can move the pages and keep your finger while reading the stories. So the kid knows where you are reading the story. So this is how you read stories with your kids. Next, choose the book which is interesting for the kids. It is very, very important. And one more thing, the book should be interesting to you also. If you're choosing any book to read aloud, these are called read alouds for storybooks. First, you read aloud by yourself. Just try it out. Whether do you find it interesting? Is it informative? And it is having a little fun and the kid would love it? then start reading the book. Because most probably you will end up reading the same storybook again 10, 15, 20 times also. Then when you're choosing a book for read alouds, choose approximately, like the wording should be little less, and there should not be very big pictures covering it. There can be little pictures and there should be words also, so that the kid can see the pictures and also the words. Be calculative, correctly take those read aloud books. Don't choose big picture books alone. There won't be many wordings. So those are like for other times. But for story times and for this read aloud, which I'm going to explain you, you choose book with small wordings and some small pictures. So this is how we choose the story time books. Next, as I was saying, we can use story time for learning. Yes. How can we do? What else we can do? We are reading the story. Yes, the kid is listening to it and the kid understands words. What else we can do? The main thing for any reading is understanding. The kid should understand the meaning of the print or meaning of the words. It's not merely the reading alone. It's also the comprehension, the understanding level of the kid. The kid should understand what they're learning, what they're actually hearing those words. So how else we can improve their comprehension level? That is what I'm going to explain you today. So there is a sequence called as peer sequence. P-E-E-R. What is the peer sequence? P stands for prompt. E for evaluate. Next E, expand. R is repeat. I'll be going through each one of it. So first is prompt. What is prompt? You're just giving some prompt so that the kid will answer it. You're asking them some question. You're asking, what is this? The kid might say, it's a banana. So next is you have to evaluate it. What will you do? You have to say, yes, it's a banana. Please don't stop with just saying yes, no. You also tell with the kid, yes, it's a banana. The next thing is you have to expand it. How will you expand it? Yes, it's a big banana. Or you can say it's a yellow color banana. Expand it using just one or two words. Just don't expand it to the whole new form that the kid feels it's a different thing itself. Just expand it little, just one word or two words can be increased. So that kid thinks, okay, this is my vocabulary and they're trying to expand their vocabulary. Finally is repeat. Again, you will show the word on the book and you'll be saying banana. Can you please repeat what is it? Banana. The kid should repeat the word banana. So this is peer sequence. For the prompts, what can you ask for prompts? Prompts are usually the WH questions. What, where, why, when. Then you can ask like how is it happening on a little later stage. So these are like questions we can ask from the storybook. The next level is you'll be asking the questions open-ended. So the kid should answer them in a sentence. We are exposing them to the sentences, full form. They're understanding what is it. You're just not asking a yes or no question or what, why questions. Next, still, if your kid is little more bigger kids, the kid knows already these words, they are actually familiar with all these stories. For those kids, you can actually start distancing prompts. What are distancing prompts? Suppose if in the storybook, there is some beach coming over or there is some water area and everything. You can ask your kid, do you remember last month we went over to the beach? We saw some seashells, everything. You can just distancing. You're just making the kid understand what happened and you're relating it. You're relating to what happened in the real life and what is happening in the book. If the book has a different situation, you can just use the distancing prompt for the last page and the first page. You can just make it correlate so that the kid understands much more effectively. So these are called distancing prompts. So I'll just explain with a short story, like how we can do this. So whenever we are starting with a storybook, first read the title of the storybook. If your kid is small also, start reading the title of the storybook so that the kid learns it. Yes, there is some title always for the storybooks. So today I'm going to read about the story of Prince George. This is the story of Prince George. Yes, as I was saying, if your kid is interested into YouTube videos and the kid is already familiar with Peppa Pig, it is a very good thing that you're introducing a Peppa Pig book so that kid is much more interested. So let me read the story. Daddy Pig is saying good night to Peppa and George. Just one more dance, chuckles Daddy Pig. It's nearly bedtime. It is bedtime, Daddy Pig, says Mommy Pig. They're almost asleep, says Daddy Pig. So there is some conversation happening over here. So this is the book and there are many pictures. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but there are many pictures over here and there are words also. This is perfect. Thank you, ma'am. So this is how you have to choose a book for read alouds. So this is the story book. There are many characters over here and there is something which I already read. If you're reading with your kid, move your finger across and then start reading to your kid so the kid understands more. So you can use voice modulation while you're talking for Daddy Pig, while you're talking for Mummy Pig, and then you're like answering it with questions and pauses so the kid understands that there is some question element over there. So for this book, I'll just say like for this first was peer sequence prompt. Prompt is sub question. Yeah. So we can just ask, who is this? This is Mummy Pig. Who is this? Peppa Pig. So we are just asking them who questions. So then you can ask, there are some toys over here. What are these? These are toys. Yeah. The kid can say, sometimes the kid will be able to answer it. It's a teddy bear. So you can actually say, yes, it's a teddy bear. Then go on to the expansion. It's a yellow teddy bear. You're introducing the color. It's a yellow teddy bear. So finally ask the kid, repeat. What is it? Yellow teddy bear. So whenever you're reading, you're using all these elements. So the kid understands much more better. The kid understands what is happening in the story. And it's not like a monologue where you only tell the story. You're involving the kid also into our story time. So kid will be listening what is happening. For little bigger kids, you can actually ask like, what is it they're talking about bedtime? Do we have bedtime? Yes. Mama and daddy, mommy and daddy has given bedtime for you. Which time you have to sleep? That is the bedtime. See, they are playing still. What should they do at bedtime? They should pack all those toys. They should keep them inside. So you're actually telling them a story and you're asking them, what is it, everything. So you can again ask like, which is the time? When are they playing actually? When do you think they are playing? The kid can say, like if the kid knows the timings, they will say, it's late night. It is 11 o'clock. They are playing. So kid can understand much more better. So according to your kid's age, start asking them small, simpler questions like which I told now. These are like for comprehension to make the kid understand much better. You can even ask like open-ended questions for this situation. You can ask, why do you think they're still playing? Why? Why are they not in bed? The kid can say, tomorrow is Sunday, it's weekend. So the kids are still playing over it. The kid can understand much better. They are actually exploring themselves through these characters. So this is how we read small storybooks with kids. This is the next level in which kid understands the story in a deeper context and they're understanding all these questions. They're understanding the comprehension level, even at small young ages. So let's try out these with your kids and let's check it out. Learning always happens. And not only when the kid actually reads A, B, C, or the words or which we think, learning happens everywhere for the kid. We are here to give them opportunities so that the kid can learn more. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Very informative, Dr. Gayatri.
Really
Very nice, no?
Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Purnima.
Yes. It was really, really very, very inspiring. Like, you are not only teaching, actually, you're not only saying the parents how to teach them, you're actually giving a way to make their lifestyle. You were just in just in 10 minutes, we understood how to, make the children understand the living, understand the lifestyle, how should they live, streamline their thing. It's amazing, Dr. Gayatri. It's really amazing. I was wondering how could you do this in a such a in 10 minutes you have done all these things. And yesterday
Yeah.
also, like, I am not really a person of learning and everything. I really fall in love with the rhymes and everything, and I wanted to teach kids now. I said, fine, okay, this is a nice
Yeah.
way. I thought, okay, let me try this with somebody. I have some kids around me. Let me try this.
Okay.
It's just very nice. We also
Sure,
got
sure.
reviews from people that your information was very nice. So apart from these, Gayatri, Dr. Gayatri, we wanted to
Yeah.
know what are the other things you are doing, because when we asked you in the first time itself, you gave us so many topics, we were literally confused actually. So you are expert in so many things, and we just randomly gave you a topic, instantly you just started doing it. It's amazing. How could you do that actually?
Yeah, actually, thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for giving this opportunity to me. I support kids with learning challenges. So to say, like, who are these kids who have learning challenges? These kids have difficulties with reading, spelling. Uh, the basic reading and spelling difficulties will be there. So actually, this is not at all related to their IQ. And please take note of it. This is not related to IQ. For some kids, there is a difficulty with reading. Reading, some kids also mathematics. The arithmetic concepts is also difficult. For these kids, we have to give them a different strategy so that they can cope with themselves. They can use those strategies and techniques and they can learn more. If the kid is identified properly at the correct age and we are giving them the strategies and how to explore it, we are actually saving the kids frustration and kids uh, emotional thing, so that the kid understand themselves better and they understand more also. For kids who have learning challenges, the main thing for me is to bring awareness among parents and teachers about these learning challenges. And I teach kids who have learning challenges. I give many strategies for them and I conduct classes regularly for them so that they can become themselves, they can understand much better, they can read better. And the learning gap, we are trying to actually address the learning gap for these kids. So this is
One
what
minute.
I mainly do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1 minute, Dr. Gayatri. How do we
Yes.
know the child has learning problems?
Yeah, ma'am. So for these kids, especially, their difficulty is awareness of the sounds. Sound awareness is difficult. The phonological awareness component, we used to say. If the kid is in like 6 years, first standard kid, so they still have difficulty with letters. They still don't know the sounds of letters. And there are many other things like the red flags we used to say. The kid always confuses with the sequence of events. Suppose you say to the kid, go take your bag and take the science notebook and open the page 300 and it's a science book, open the page, the 31 page, the kid will become confused. The sequence of events, order of events is very, very confusing for them.
Okay.
For little bigger kids, you can actually see confusion with visual confusion, the B and D letters kind of confusion, auditory confusion. They hear the same sounds, they have difficulty to understand the sounds, like whichever I'm saying, B, D sounds. They are like similar for them. They have those confusions. And they actually, when they are reading, they always guess the words. Any word starting for them with C and ending with T is cat, because they randomly guess the words. They just keep on guessing the words. And they don't try to decode it and read it. So for these kids, these reading difficulties, there will be different things which we have to note out. These are the red flags. If your kid is having these confusions and still they are having difficulty, if the kid is like around 5 years and still 5.5 years, the kid is still having difficulty with this visual confusion, auditory confusion, and they substitute letters sometimes, they omit letters sometimes, and they read flat reading. For bigger kids, we can see it is always a flat reading. There is no pauses, there is no questions or anything. These kids have learning challenges. We have to address them correctly at the right time. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
The next thing is, Dr. Gayatri, like I have spoken to teachers, and so many teachers have told me that in the school, especially from fifth standard to eighth standard, I have heard from teachers the last words. No, when you say like if it is cat, no, so many people write it as CTA. You know, the last two words they confuse. Why is that? Is it a learning challenge kind of issue, or what is that actually?
Yes. So yeah, ma'am. So for some kids, why this is happening, like fifth standard, especially till third standard, it's always the kids learn to read. They are learning to read, how to decode the words, and they're learning. But from fourth standard, what happens is they have to read to learn things. So this is where the difficulty starts. And many times, that time only kid understands. Why they get confused between the last sounds is that the kid didn't understand the word correctly. They are exposed to new, bigger words. If it is a small word and high frequency word, the high frequency words are like very simple ones. What is your name? Kid will be always knowing because their name spellings, they know what they know, why they know, those simple things. 2-letter words, 3-letter words. But if it goes to the next level, if the kid is not listening properly, the sounds are not being understood properly, it's not listening properly. For these kids, they have difficulty in understanding it. So for these kids, the difficulty appears. And apart from this, we have to see other signs also. And if it is there, we have to address the issue with the kid. We have to check it out for learning challenges. We conduct assessments for the kids. There's a complete assessment.
Till what age?
Yeah, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Till what age do you treat children's Gayatri? Till what age? From what age to what age you will be dealing with for the learning challenges and everything? What are the ages you are taking care of?
Mainly I handle like kids from UKG to 6th standard. This is the age group which I handle. So I think like this is the correct time when you start with the kid. When you identify the kid correctly at UKG or 1st standard, we can actually give them strategies. And like I said, we can try to minimize their difficulties, and we give them strategies to handle themselves. So this is the age group mainly I handle kids. Yeah, ma'am.
Okay, say for if the language which we are using now is English, okay? So there are people in Tamil Nadu, so many people in Tamil Nadu, we are located in Tamil Nadu mainly, and then so many people are there, in other languages are there. What are the languages you are handling actually? So parents will be having doubts, no? So many people, overall India, so many people are watching us. So they'll be having a doubt, can we contact Dr. Gayatri? Because my language is Hindi, my language is Tamil, my language is this. They'll have that kind of idea in their mind. So the kid will be confused. Maybe sometimes parents would think that kid would get confused with the language and everything. So can you just explain about that concept?
Yes. So actually, I only handle English and maths as a subject. I mean, for the kids. Why English alone is like that? Here in India, it's very normal for most of the kids to have one mother language and native language, and the third language is English. It's almost the third one. So sometimes kids get confused. It's there. But English is like the language now in schools also. Now there are many things coming up, but English is the main thing. They get exposed to so many subjects and everything. So I teach English. I know Tamil and Telugu. So kids will be comfortable with this language also. Since I can talk in Tamil and Telugu with kids, Tamil, Telugu and English. So the kids become more comfortable with me since I talk in their own language. And then I slowly move on to them with English also. Yeah. So this is what I do. With regarding to English, the main things I handle is as I said, reading issues, spelling issues, comprehension issues, understanding part. I discuss with them the comprehension issues also. Yeah, these are the things I
think,
handle presently.
if we would have got some people like you know, we would have also got good scores in our school days. Yeah, we missed all these opportunities. No, I mean the true no.
Yeah,
We would have,
yeah.
you know, so many times we would miss to learn the spelling properly.
No, at least
Things
I
go like
think
that, and we you know, lose.
when my children were small, I think
Yes.
it would have
So
been
thank you.
very helpful for all of us.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Definitely.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. Yeah,
And,
yeah.
and really, Dr. Gayatri, it's very true that you're so sweet, and the way you know, the you express yourself, and the way you teach, you know, as how to do the deal with things. It looks very simple to us now. What we were thinking it is a complicated thing, now it looks simple actually. That is the greatest thing you have done in the show. 3 days, it's amazing for us all. Thank you for that great show, Dr. Gayatri. And we will be giving all your contacts and everything to the viewers. You know, they have requested also. We'll be sharing all the contacts. And I think everybody will getting the help from you. And whoever is facing this challenge, learning challenge, and whatever the disability they are facing with, I think they are at the right place now. So they can contact you and get a proper solution from you. Thank you so much for being, you know, part of V Network, and we are very happy that you are a panel member of our V Network, and we have got a great asset with us. Thank you for that.
Thank you,
Amanda, do you have anything to share?
Yeah, no, just I'll give a very big thanks. And all the 3 sessions were very informative and they were amazing. And the main thing is that they were very simple to understand, nothing complicated about it. She explained it so simply. I think everybody can understand that very well. Thank you so much once again, Dr. Gayatri.
Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you, Purnima
I
ma'am
will
and
share
Aminda
Dr.
ma'am.
Gayatri's. Yeah, I will share
Yeah, ma'am.
Dr. Gayatri's contact number now. People, please make note of it. If you need any help with Dr. Gayatri, please do contact her in this contact number. It's 9441344474. This is a contact number. You can contact her at whenever you need help from her in your children's learning disabilities or any kind of thing related to education. She's always there to help you. And we are happy that we have her as a panel member. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, and we will also be sharing your social media links and everything on the line. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Gayatri.